Hello, my fellow moviegoers, and welcome to Vintage Movie Night, where we watch vintage movies, movies that are 30 plus years old. We watch them, we react to them, and we ask the question, does it stand the test of time? Could this movie be made today? And what impact did this movie have on cinema and the careers of those involved? I am your host, Joe Cook, and with me I've got the one, the only, Mr. Ryan Willer.
Hello, hello.
All right, so Ryan, tell me, what are we going to be watching today?
We're going to inaugurate this channel that'll hopefully go far by watching Hook from 1991, which is a good, I think, first retro movie.
Yeah.
It's got that nostalgia.
So I haven't seen a Hook. I don't know. Maybe it's been. I was 10 when Hook. I was 10 when Hook came out.
That's what I wanted to. Yeah. So that's what I figured we should start with. The last time you watched the movie.
So it's been. I'm rough estimate here, guys. It's probably been 10, 15 years since I've seen Hook. The scene. What I remember from Hook is there's like one particular scene that always stood out is he's doing it. He's doing it. So that's what I remember. Right. I don't know. I think there was a food fight or something happening at that point, but that's what I remember.
There's a food fight in it.
There is.
I've watched it. I've watched it. I don't want to say recently, but with my kids, we showed it to them a few times. So I've seen it a few times in the last 10 years, I'd say. But that's watching it with kids, chaos going on. The last time I sat down and watched it like we're going to do, it's been a while.
So let's just sit down, let's analyze this, and see if this movie holds to the standards, the test of times. Now, Hook has been known as a classic, at least in the way I remember it. I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. It felt like it was like a classic. It's a movie that should stand the test of time.
I think I'm going to disagree, but let's watch it.
Let's get in there
because I've had thoughts on it over the years. Watching it as a kid, I loved it.
You can already tell. Just the intro is old.
TriStar.
I was gonna say, is TriStar even still make movies?
I think they're a sub company now of a larger.
Hook. I'm excited. I'm actually excited for this, guys. I'm excited.
It's a good logo.
These kids look like they're really enjoying it.
They look like they're watching Hook.
Don't you know what a kiss is? I shall once you give one to me.
Classic, right? Classic Peter Pan with the thimble. Dad, didn't you get the memo? You gotta silence that.
Dedicating your entire wing to Granny Wendy. Brad. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Wendy is not Wendy. It's Wendy's Granny Wendy in this.
Dad, my game.
Yeah.
I always bring a baseball to every theater show I've ever gone to. It's something I do. I just keep a baseball with me wherever I go.
I'll be there. My word is my bond.
I'm guessing the baseball, it's been a long time, but I'm guessing the baseball is going to have some sort of, and his glove. He brought his glove too. I guarantee the baseball is going to have some kind of symbol in this movie. It's been a long time since I watched it, but I feel like I kind of recall that for some reason.
Well, they're at a baseball game now.
Is that the same little girl that was in Field of Dreams, by the way?
No.
Because they look alike. Is she gonna eat a hot dog and choke? She's gonna fall. She's gonna start choking. Just watch. It's gonna happen.
Field of Dreams came out a few years before this. It might have been the.
So who stole from who?
Mr. Banning, this is the speech for your grandma.
Look at that. And you know what? At least that dad was willing to send somebody to go record the son's game.
But here's a '90s movie cliche: the overworked dad who doesn't go to doesn't make time for the kids. Giant cell phones.
Oh boy, here we go. That's terrible. I'm sorry. That's just terrible.
Gotta fly.
That makes me laugh.
More people crashing the course than on the plane.
It's your time to go. It's your time to go.
That's right.
Remember, don't
Don't let your arms get tired!
Oh my god.
It's the pilot's time to go.
Oh god. Whoops.
He's got to get out of his car and walk over the hill to notice that no one's around. All the empty parking spots didn't give it away.
This is a great 90s shot of a plane flying through the sky.
Well, he's flying Pan AM.
Sorry, that was a little on the nose. I missed it.
No.
Look what Jack drew.
I love it.
Oof, this is rough.
Fire.
Fire? Really? Is that our plane?
Yep.
Hmm?
I'm sure every passenger on this plane loves that this kid is using a baseball against the overhead
Throwing it
compartment.
Wild guess.
It was for us.
Become very expensive. You could put someone's eye out.
I don't want to say this is not like how I am as a father. Like every time my kid does anything, I'm like, stop, don't do that. You're gonna break your neck. You're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna kill somebody. Why are you doing that? It's a great way. It's a great way to get ulcers, high blood pressure, and gray hair.
Yep.
Yes.
No, honey, not really.
It's straight to an early stroke.
Jackie.
Right, exactly. Pretty certain that's on the horizon for me.
Time to look our best.
So this
You're in England. Land of good men.
sequence coming up here
Uncle Toodles.
is, I think, the best part of the movie.
Him choking on the gum? Because you just
Well,
swallow that down.
Once they go in the house right here.
That's how I answer the doors. I scream at everybody that enters. I'm just like, "Ah!" I like Liza already. She's my kind of person.
Just open the door and start yelling at him.
She's the pie in the face kind of girl.
Yanks the kid in by his scarf.
Lost.
Oh, I love this character. I remember him
I've
now.
lost my
Yeah,
marbles.
Toodles. I think.
Toodles, yeah. I've lost my
Lisa?
marbles.
Oh, that one's more as
So here's Maggie Smith, who does a good job in this movie.
You know she hasn't acted since 1995.
The little girl.
Yeah, so when I told my wife we were doing this video, she looked her up because she's like, I always thought she was so cute as a little girl. She hasn't done anything since 1995, and the pictures that my wife showed me, she's pretty cute.
the land development.
Any resistance, and he blows them out of the water.
Peter, you've become a pirate.
What's the Club report? I thought we had these guys.
He's trying to set my heart.
Oh my God, I've been here.
What
I
did they
feel like
find?
this is me right now. I'm
He's
having
supposed to
an
be on.
intro-
He's supposed to be on vacation, though. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but you're never on vacation ever. You're the provider of the home. You're
Always
never
been
on
Japanese
vacation.
revolution. Ask them if anybody misses a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Why don't they just fornicate someplace else? You're a $5 billion deal?
$5 billion in 1991. That's a lot of money.
Shoot me in the head.
That's
Damn.
like $30 billion today.
Everybody just shut up!
That's
Sir?
oh.
And leave me alone for one moment, or get him out of here, will you? I'm on the phone call of my life.
Wendy's not happy by that.
Not happy.
She knows Peter Pan's grown up. You know what I gotta say though is I hate to say it, but I really resonate with that particular scene because I've been there where you're like trying to. It's like everything you're doing is for the family, but they're just driving you nuts.
It's your family first.
Ah,
Oh, I think that's a divorce. Like I'm gonna get divorce you.
yeah.
Oh, he don't care. I'm taking this call.
Oh.
Yeah, that Motorola's not coming back.
But
I don't remember in watching Hook. I don't remember this setup being so. I don't want to say long is not the right word because I'm actually really enjoying it, but just I don't remember it being so long before we did anything. Like,
Well,
you know,
it
setting up the
is,
characters.
but this whole part at Granny Wendy's house, and we'll talk about this after, for me, is the best part of the movie because the idea of doing a sequel to Peter Pan, not any particular version of Peter Pan, just a sequel to the Peter Pan story, it's a really good idea. To have
Yeah.
Peter grown up and he can't remember, and you would think his wife would be Wendy, but it's not. It's his wife's mom. Maggie Smith
Right.
plays as Wendy. So this is all very good, I think. I mean, I know we're kind of jabbing at it, making fun.
Yeah, of course.
But it's good.
It is a good setup. It really is. And I mean, Wendy is, Wendy. Like she's telling the
Yeah.
story. She's setting up this idea, talking about the window. Although this was a
Yeah,
different
yeah.
window than the other window, but whatever.
Get away from there. What have I told you about playing near open windows? Keep this window
He
closed.
wasn't playing. He was sitting.
Open windows.
Dad, I'm just standing here. Sorry, no, that's too close. Get back in here. Shut this window. Put the bars up. Let's lock it down.
Playing.
Oh, here's the symbolism. Where'd the baseball
That
go?
mean, scary man at the window stole it.
I know that if you could stand now, you would express much better than I have Your feelings of
He's like, hey,
gratitude,
I was number 102 in the bed.
Oh yeah.
appreciation.
Wendy got around. Hey, there's number 103. I got number 104. I got number 1. There's number 105. Do I got number 106? There's 106, 107. Who's number 108? Number 108, number 109. There we go. Oh, look, even the girls. Everybody stand up.
Now it's everybody.
Towards the end, it was just got really mumbled. It was a lot of them at once. Oh, I know, Wendy. You did a great thing.
Guess
You were
we
a
do
good
have something
person,
in common.
apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed the dog is saying hook. Hook. Yeah, the dog in the background when he's barking is going hook, hook.
This was a pretty intense scene watching it as a kid.
When he's about to have a stroke or a heart attack, she's dying.
I think it's like a.
Oh, I think she knows.
It's a Harry Potter Voldemort. She's connected
Yeah.
with Captain Hook.
Yep, I'd hide. It's exactly what you do. Hide under the blankets.
Oh, this is
This is
pretty
scary
well done.
stuff.
Yeah,
That's exorcist stuff right there.
it is. Yeah, no kidding.
Everybody's clapping. She's like falling over.
She's right, having a heart attack. They're like,
But she's okay. She's good. Everybody's like, oh, she's dying. Yay.
But now they're
something's wrong.
getting back to the scene.
Here we
of
go. The movie's
crime
about to
here.
start.
Yeah, this is pretty well done. I thought.
It's a pretty good shot. Lots of action. Real good. Why are they going to the closet exactly? They think they're hiding in that little.
Yeah, I'm also wondering too because it's presumed that Captain Hook came in through the bedroom window. That's what it looked like in the set.
Right.
You know? So then, why did he go downstairs and trash all the
I just
downstairs
wanted
with
to
the
make
hook?
sure
Like,
Dear Peter, your presence is required at the request of your children. How did Hook know that Peter Pan happened to be in London for the first time in 10 years? Is this one of those, like, it was barely an inconvenience. I needed him to be there for the movie to make sense.
Have to fly.
It's true.
Have to fight. Have to crow. Have to save Maggie. Have to save Jack.
The best advice is you gotta crow.
You got a crow, yeah.
Oh, Granny's in trouble. Granny's dying, the kids are missing. This is a mess.
Of course, you know, it is entirely possible that this whole thing is some kind of ridiculous prank.
My children are missing.
Of course, cops, it's just a prank.
Yes,
it didn't really happen.
history of
You
pranks
guys
and everything.
drug
Wall.
you ruined your house, destroyed the walls just to get a little
Right.
attention.
It does.
It's all
No doubt
walls
about
are all
it.
torn up. Yeah, the 10-year-old boy and the 8-year-old girl staged the whole thing.
They staged it. They ripped up the walls. They're like, we're mad at Dad because he didn't show up to my baseball game.
Exactly.
No other girl held your favor the way I did.
Would it be a little bit weird if your grandma started talking to you
I
like
half
this?
expected you to alight
Well,
on the church.
they.
Thousand
I mean, if you think about it, were once romantically involved.
Well, that's what I'm
back-
saying. Steven Spielberg's like, okay, I want it to seem like you're going to kiss your grandma here. You're just going to suck her face off right now. Here, because you're going to feel the moments.
It's a little
and then,
weird.
Grandma?
There it
Nope.
goes, yeah.
Yes,
That wasn't a little weird to you, Wendy? That this guy that you were like romantically involved with in Neverland is home and now wants to
Mora!
be with your
Grandma,
daughter, and you're good with that? I mean, I guess, hey, I thought he was a good guy, great guy for my daughter. Let's go. He's like 97 years old. That's cool.
somehow you must go back. You must make yourself remember.
Remember what?
Who you are? It's what she's been telling you for the last 5 minutes.
Know who you are.
Yeah, there it is. You polish off a bottle of scotch, you'll be believing you can fly too. Yeah, I can do it.
That's
Fuck
right,
it.
that's it.
Let's do it. Come on.
Very true. Just open the window. Let me go. I'm going out.
Watch this.
You want happy thoughts? I'll show you happy thoughts.
Oh, so here we go. This is, in my opinion, where the movie starts to go downhill. But
I've had a little too much scotch, is what he's thinking right now.
he said 2 sips. Must be like a Doc Brown effect. He does one and
Right.
he's done.
Barry.
Oh yeah, it's Julia Roberts. I forgot that she was Tinkerbell.
Oh yeah.
Pixie.
I'm heading towards the white light. I've left my body. See, there's my house
And
way
Robin
down
Williams
there.
is
There are my
truly
feet.
amazing.
Oh my God, where are we going?
Save your children, of course.
Every time someone says, I do not believe in fairies, somewhere there's a fairy that falls down dead.
I do not believe in fairies!
I'll just show you.
Neverland.
Oh, she's kidnapping him. Great.
Yep.
Yeah, this is not. This doesn't. No. This is 90s graphics for sure.
Yeah.
The best you could do is CGI back in the 90s. God, I hate waking up like that after like 4 or 5 scotches. You just dropped him on Hook's boat or what? Like, here, you don't know anything, but here you go. Good luck.
Yeah.
We're gonna have you start
Right in
fighting
the
right
middle
now.
of the. Right in the middle of the action.
I'm sure this is a great. We don't need to talk about how you got here or who you are. Nah, you're good. Right in the middle of the devil's den.
I mean, it's the Pirates versus the Lost Boys, which he's the leader of. You would think Tinkerbell
Right.
would take him to the Lost Boys base.
To the
not-
Lost Boys, right? Exactly.
So they could start training him, and you know.
Yeah, right. She's strong. The Pixie Devil.
Please don't. I have a bad back. That'd be me in a fight. Oh no. I gotta.
Stop.
I have a bad back.
Lean on the crutch.
Didn't
Foot turns
you
in.
think maybe this was like the worst place to drop him off?
I know, right? She's like, do what I say.
Yeah, do what I say. I just put you in the worst possible situation ever.
Are you? Not bad, you! Not bad! All right!
Arr, not bad.
Oh,
That's great.
oh man.
Had to be sharpened up after he destroyed the walls.
Oh, he did. Well, there's Bob Hoskins. Pretty funny in the movie, actually. This whole pirate gang is very, very culty. Like they worship.
very much so. Just take this and put the sneakers on and all lay together. It's
You
good.
know, and here's some punch and drink
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
Every day at 4 o'clock we chant the hook and we do the hook dance.
A man so quick, he's even fast asleep! Thank you!
we understand that one.
Smee's the opening act for Captain Hook.
Right.
Comedian. Yeah, Dustin Hoffman, an interesting choice for this role.
Well, my stupid, sorry, parasitic sacks of entrails.
I didn't even realize it was Dustin Hoffman until you said that, but now I totally see it.
Okay, this is the most bizarre scene in the movie, I think.
Right.
Like, this really weird scene where he calls out a pirate for, like, going against him or whatever and throws him in a box.
I do not remember any of this.
I mean, I get, like, you know, it's, like, intense because he thinks, you know, Peter thinks that he's pointing at him, but it's really weird. So this is actually a cameo here because that's Glenn Close, the actress.
Don't even know who that is. I'm
Oh,
terrible
well.
with names, but moviegoers might know. I don't know.
She was in Fatal Attraction, which is another movie we should review on this.
I don't even know that I've seen it. We should 100% watch that.
Yeah. That's a woman, basically. That's Glenn Close.
Okay.
But it's I don't understand the point of the scene. It's just they throw a pirate in a box.
He went
and they
against
put
Captain
bugs in
Hook.
there.
How
It's really
dare he?
Disturbing.
He didn't believe that Captain Hook would get his revenge.
Well, you know, you shouldn't do that.
No! Smee! Who is this imposter?
Peter flogging flying pain! I've got his medical history, I've even got his death.
I got a medical history. I know exactly who he is. Somehow the Imperial planes, and I have his stuff from that land.
Smee keeps records of everybody. I've got his medical records.
Put these on.
Come on, Peter. Pick up your weapon.
All right.
Check.
How much money do you want?
But
Okay, why aren't you reaching, buddy? You should be able to easily do that. It's your kids. Reach for your children. That's terrible.
That pirate certainly thinks so.
Those are my kids. I'm jumping from the mast and landing on the net, and I am saving those children. You are spineless, Peter Pan.
In 3 days, we're gonna have a war. A battle between good and evil, to the death.
I'm glad he like translated that. Sorry, I think a mermaid's gonna help him because mermaids were a big part of the lore. Yep, there you go, big part of the lore. Now we're in the movie Splash.
All right.
Oh yeah, Ayo. Oh, okay. Now no, seriously, I need to go swimming.
They're
I would be
they're
pretty
all
happy
over
too.
this.
Oh, there's a third one too.
So let me get in on this.
Oh, Peter Pan. Somebody's gonna end up with a pearl necklace if you're not careful.
Easy. All right.
Yeah, that's some 1991 graphics right there.
Yeah, not the best back.
No, and it's snowing. He went from the tropics into the snow. Why do you?
Well, it's Neverland, so that
totally, I guess, makes sense.
It can do that.
I guess you can do that. That's not good for your back, Peter. You're probably going to feel that later. How did you get there so fast, and why are you asleep?
She's. I was going to ask that. Why? She's like, yeah, he drowned. That's it.
Yeah, I'm out. Zero. Yeah. Let's go back to sleep.
She's taking a nap.
I don't understand this, but okay.
Put it down before you poke somebody's eye out. You're not old enough to
Exactly.
What are you doing with a sword and flying around with an insurance
I remember this. I don't know what it means.
Peter
but I
Pan's
remember it.
relatable in this movie.
Right? For me, at this age, yes, 100%.
He's got a bad back, but
Right,
that fall and the tumbling out of the tree that didn't do anything to his back.
Bangarang. I don't know what they're doing on that little island, but
Oh boy. Take it easy.
yeah, I'll take it easy. I'll calm it down. Take it down a notch, Joe. Take it down a notch. Oh. Okay, how am I supposed to take it down a notch?
We go right to the flowers.
The naughty
sniffing his
flowers. What am I
balls, yeah.
supposed to do? Yeah. At
Right
least they're
in the
not
ass.
using arrows. They're just plungers. Oh, they got skateboards. Every I mean, that totally makes sense.
Well, it's the early 90s.
Yeah,
You had to
that
have
was
a
the big thing, right?
skateboarding scene.
You're not wearing a helmet.
You should be
Exactly.
wearing.
That's exactly my concern.
Well, exactly.
But you're not wearing a helmet either, Mr. Peter.
How did he get on a skateboard?
Exactly. It just happened. Just,
All of a sudden,
I just grabbed one
on a
magically.
Wouldn't you think Tinkerbell would have prepared the Lost Boys? Like, I'm gonna go get Peter. I'm gonna bring him back. I'm gonna, you know.
I wouldn't have like dropped him off at the pirate ship to begin with. I would have brought him straight here and told them all, "Hey guys, I'm bringing an old man who doesn't know he's Peter Pan and bringing him here for
Well,
you."
even before she went to
Yeah,
get him,
exactly.
wouldn't she have discussed this with
Hey,
him?
guys,
Like,
here's-
you know, hey,
here's
this
the
is what
plan.
this is what I'm thinking.
Peter
Yeah.
exists. He's old. He doesn't remember. I'm going to get him. I'm going to bring him in. You're going to have to help him remember.
Yeah. Right.
Can't fly, fight, or crow. So
Why is crowing a
and if he
big deal
says
here,
this here
guys? Like,
Doug ain't Peter Pan.
So that's what Peter Pan does. He crows.
I guess apparently. Oh, he's like, I don't believe. I'm on the other side.
I'm on this side. I don't know. Hi.
He's like, nope. I'm sorry. You're on the wrong side of the line. You chose wrong.
You are embarrassing me.
No, there's one that believes.
He's gonna touch the old.
Yep. Touch him in the belly. Yep. That definitely feels like Peter Pan's older belly.
This is the scene where Spielberg said, "We're gonna do this scene where this little boy is going to touch the grown man in various parts of his body."
Steve Spielberg's like, okay, we're gonna make this really emotional moment where the little kid's gonna fondle his face, and he just wasn't thinking it through. He's like, and he's gonna realize it's Peter Pan.
Oh, there you are, Peter.
Think this guy's gonna take it from me? Rufio?
You're wearing a midriff, dude. I can see your belly button. That makes you less cool
Right.
instantly.
Agreed to a preposterous plan, an absurd war.
I can't keep my hook straight, Smee. Sometimes it's this
I'll
way,
say one-
sometimes it's that way, Smee.
I'll say one thing about this scene. That's a nice dinner spread right there.
Right, right.
Hate living in Neverland.
Right on the
and
point.
That's what I do. Is I
hate Peter Pan.
In this version of Peter Pan, Captain Hook needs some serious therapy.
Right. Captain needs some help.
Now that would be a good movie.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Captain Hook
on the couch.
Captain Hook on the couch in his relationship with the therapist. He can never kill Peter Pan.
I couldn't kill that 12-year-old boy. I tried.
And what does that mean to you, James? How does that make you feel?
It makes me angry.
Don't make a move.
See that he's gonna commit
right?
suicide.
Like, don't stop me, Smee. Smee, don't stop me.
This is it.
He needs a good shrink.
He really does.
I mean, what I really think he has is an attention complex.
Right,
he needs
right.
constant attention. You know, Smee, get over here. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna. He's not getting enough attention. He goes a little stir crazy.
I never realized this was Dustin Hoffman until you said that. Like, growing up, like, I don't know who Dustin Hoffman was growing up, but I do now. I'm like, he's good. I actually think he's good in this.
I love how he's fixing him a drink. And Captain Hook in this movie, the last thing he should be doing is adding alcohol to his problems.
I'm going to kill myself. Here's a drink, Captain Hook. Here's the gun. I'll take that. What's up with the camera angle,
He
too,
needs
where it does this, like, shift, like
the
very
Dutch
dramatic
angles,
shift. Yeah, the Dutch, very dramatic. Like, I think he's bipolar. That's what I'm going with. 3 seconds ago, he wanted to kill himself, and then 3 seconds later, he's like, "Ha ha ha! This is the greatest day ever." I mean, this is like intensive camp, apparently.
He's not even in workout clothes.
I know. He's in a tux.
The same tuxedo.
None of the kids are, though,
he's
to
been
be
wearing
honest. Most of the kids are in, like, horsies. Okay, because birthday.
Bugs.
Birthday. Yeah, bugs. Bugs don't normally are not my happy thought.
Tink happy thoughts. See, they were dealing with a grown-up. It should have been beer.
Right, exactly.
Money.
Beer, money. No
sex.
taxes. Exactly.
Oh, my child. Before you were born, your parents would stay up all night together just to see the sunrise.
Well, that's not what we were doing, but yes, that's what we were doing.
Born, they were happier.
1,000%.
Oh.
Sorry, 1,000%. I love my
hard
kid.
to argue
Don't
with
get me
Hook in this
wrong,
movie.
but I'll tell you what. Before children, life was a lot easier. Oh, this is the most famous scene in the entire movie. I remember this. He's doing it. He's doing it. It's coming, guys. It's coming. This is one of the most famous scenes in this whole movie.
The fake food.
The fake food. But look, there's steam. So he at some point is already doing it, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't even smell it. He'd be like, I don't know what's happening. So there's already a pretense that it's happening, right?
One of the many inconsistencies in the movie.
No, I'm saying it was actually Steven Spielberg's brilliance that it was actually happening ahead of time. He's realizing it's there, and it's just not 100%. It's only like 10%. Yeah, it looks
burger,
good.
I guess?
I think I want that. That big old dude's getting a good one right now.
Yep, cheeseburger.
Yep, I'm in.
Squeezing finger bandage, a week-old maggot burger with everything on it, and flies on the side.
You told him.
Substitute chemistry teacher.
I
Mung
don't even know what that means.
Skinhead.
I was once a substitute chemistry teacher.
Mother lover.
I'm done.
Gynecologist.
In your face, camel.
Nearsighted gynecologist.
Line, crying, spine, prying, ultra pig.
You lewd, crude, rude, bag of pre-chewed food, dude. Once you do go suck on a dead dog.
You're doing it.
You're doing it, Peter. You're doing it. This is the scene I remember, like, in my childhood growing up, is like the moment he becomes essentially Peter Pan. I'm guessing this was a one take, like, just go nuts, don't break, you know? Watch out for the errant coconut. Oh man, look at that. He has
So
Peter
did
Pan.
But did you notice when he threw it, and when Peter turned to slice it, it wasn't even going to hit him. It was like at his side.
It's like I'm not. Like, what? Nope.
He could have just. I mean, he does this whole thing with the sword. He could have just gone. Well,
Nope.
now here's a question: Where does he shower?
Right.
Clean his clothes.
Laundry mat shower place.
With the mermaids.
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
water,
With
the
man.
mermaids.
That's the mermaids. Exactly.
The mermaids take
He
care of it.
he probably did a little more than shower and wash his clothes. Just to be honest. I don't know that you necessarily needed that. So this is the stuff like in movies where we put shots in that mean absolutely nothing to the movie. We don't need everybody blowing out the candle. We just don't need it. I like how his mustache moves rhythmically to the sound of the clock.
Again, he needs therapy.
Right, I think he's got a problem, guys. Smee to save the day. Once again, in this movie, Smee is clearly the brains. He keeps us all together. Could just throw it in the water. You mean you just flip done, clock's gone, it's never going to work. Oh no. There's a whole room. There's a lot of clocks apparently.
There's a whole thing in Peter Pan, like the original story, where he doesn't like clocks because they represent time, and time doesn't exist in Neverland.
But not in Hook. No, it's because the gator's
The
8
gator,
o'clock
yeah.
or something, right?
Well, with this Captain Hook, the clock is the least of his problems. He's got
Right.
a long list of issues, very serious issues that he's got to work on.
Uh-oh. One of them's making noise. That guy's got some problems.
There's the bipolar again. He's
Yeah,
happy to
exactly.
oh!
Let's just bang all the clocks. Kill them. Kill the clocks. Kill the clocks. Jack's loving it.
There's nothing left to tick.
There's nothing left to tick.
Oh my god.
Exactly what I thought, Jack.
Might try.
I mean, Jack's mad at his dad. I don't blame him for this one. Like,
This is for never letting me blow bubbles in my chocolate.
I think underneath there's like a hidden message in this movie for parents, like
right.
be good to your kids, love and nurture them.
Otherwise, they'll
because
break your swatch.
They might fall in with the wrong crowd because this is
Right.
not a good role model for a kid.
Arr, these are some weird looking people. Obviously not adults.
This is for all the games your daddy missed. Hook would never miss.
You're a terrible dad.
Take it. What's he looking at? Come on.
He's like right there.
Right?
He could take the hook, hand it to the Lost Boys. They could get
And
and then he
still
could still
watch
stay.
exactly.
Still stay and like watch the game. You know?
Shmi, this is not how you. Okay, that was pretty terrible. Umpire's like, balk! Everybody move a base. Oh, jeez. That would make baseball better. Oh, it's a reminder. Although I still don't feel like you fully slipped into it, but yes. That's much better. All right, forget all that other nonsense. I'm ready to go at it. Come on, dude. That's like illegal. There goes Jack's favorite baseball. Forgot something. The hook. You were supposed to get the hook. It was right there. It was literally sitting right there. Hook? No.
The Lost Boys can't the boys just take it?
Just one of you guys go get it. Just go get it, guys. He had plenty of time. The hook's not even sitting there anymore. He's gone. Well, that ball has flown a long, long distance for a long, long time.
It knocked the Peter Pan back into him.
Right. Yeah, no, that's when I look in the mirror, that's what I see is a much, much younger version of myself. The gray hair is all gone and all that other stuff. Yeah, I just see the young me
A young guy who doesn't look
20
like
years
you.
ago. Yeah. Oh, Peter Pound's about to find something important.
Oh yeah, the treehouse.
Doodle.
John.
Yeah, where was John and Michael and everybody? I mean, we've seen Wendy and Toodles, but where was John and Michael? What happened to those guys?
Wendy's brothers, they
They just disappeared.
not really referenced in this.
Not at all. Maybe this was a place you should have taken him early in the process.
Yeah, no, yeah, well.
My dress.
Oh, what you just knew he was coming here today, or you just sit here every night dressed like that, waiting for him to arrive?
She could have handled this whole thing so much faster. Bring him right in here when you get him to Neverland.
Exactly.
Whack him over the head with a baseball.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Tinkerbell. You really kind of blew this one. Oh, it's a kiss. It's your first kiss. Oh, poor Tink. It wasn't you that gave it to him either, was it? Nope. Sorry. Tink, you love Peter Pan, but he loved somebody else. It just was the way it was going to be. Yep, you remember now. Peter's remembering.
I remember.
Oh, it's John's teddy bear. I remember the cartoon.
I thought Michael.
Or maybe it was Michael. Yeah, maybe it was Michael.
And Whitehall, then Oxford.
So this is presumably how he became an orphan. I mean,
Mom
just
wasn't paying attention, just
with
taking
the
out the
stroller.
park.
The stroller rolled away, and they didn't go looking for him. No.
Yep. Did we have a kid? Nah, I don't remember that. I don't. What are you talking about? The kid? Nah, I don't know.
Who was your kid? No, I never had a kid.
You brought me to Neverland. You taught me to...
But he aged, obviously, at Neverland to some extent. Otherwise, he would have been very a baby the whole time, right? No. He aged, flew home, and then there was another... Hey, we have a second kid! We don't need the other one anymore, and we moved on.
I found other windows to visit. Ones that weren't shut closed on me.
So he was a peeping Tom who just checked out different windows as he went.
Goes in different, yeah. Here's Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, yeah.
Earlier.
Young.
Yeah.
Wendy, Moira, Angela, darling.
I came back many times for Wendy. Always in the spring. And older. And then I came back. The last time.
That's my grandchild. Moira, asleep in the bed.
Oh, it's a grandchild. It's not even her child. It's her grandchild. I guess I didn't realize that.
Something changed in me forever.
I shall give her a kiss. I mean, a real kiss.
So you gonna stop, Grandma? You gonna stop this from happening? Like,
well, no, because I think
love
she
of your
Peter,
life, and
she wants Peter to stay in the real world.
Oh, Tinkerbell. By the way, guys, just so everybody knows, it is not advisable to kiss somebody while they're sleeping without consent. I'm just gonna say that now.
Why I grew up. I wanted to be a father.
My happy thought. I got it. I got it. I found it.
Peter can fly. Man, Robin Williams is such a good actor. I love Robin Williams. Now that right there is high quality visual graphics right there.
I will note a great thing about this film is the soundtrack. The music right now. The great John Williams.
How did he change his clothes? Did I miss that? Was he already in that, or did he just magically
I think he transformed.
He got rid of his suit suddenly, right? Yep. Oh man, I'm sorry, buddy, but your reign is over, my friend. Oh man, Rufio's angry. He's upset. He's gonna stab him in the back. Let's fight to the death.
No, I think he surrenders here. Wait. Okay, is it weird that they had a shot between the legs and he goes to his knee? He goes to his knees.
Exactly.
Like,
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Know what I'm saying? See, right? That's the new guy in prison.
Right, exactly. That's the new guy in prison shot. That's what they call. That's the official technical term to that shot. It's the new guy in prison shot.
Yeah, if you have a guy on his knees and you're shooting it from between another man's legs, the new guy in prison.
Oh, it's the big crow. He can crow. Well, Toodles says you gotta fly, you gotta fight, you gotta crow.
He crows.
Boom. I don't even have to watch the rest of the movie. He won. Toodles said.
You know he's gonna win.
Maybe need a band-aid or a thermometer. Thermometer make it all better. That's how Nibs made the Wendy lady better.
Oh no, Peter, it's not about that.
Oh, yes,
it
is.
She's got his card. She's like, I'm doing a little online shopping, guys. Can you just leave me alone?
This woman's she's got his car keys.
Yeah, exactly.
She's got his card.
Why are you in Neverland?
Guys, I'm on Amazon. There's a couple things I really need to get.
Now here
Oh
comes
my God.
the only time Julia Roberts was on set with the rest of the cast.
Right. Hey, you in this movie too? Kiss her. Kiss her. I mean, you've already cheated on your wife multiple times with the mermaid, so you might as well go for it.
Exactly.
Oh, Peter getting more action. Man, Peter's got it going on. He's got the mermaids. He's got Tinkerbell. He's got his wife in the other land, whatever land you call it, normal land, world land, depressing land. I don't know, whatever you call it.
Jack, Maggie.
Sorry, you wasted your one wish. I'm not interested.
I have a plan.
You know, Jack, it's a very special time when a pirate receives his first earring. Such a very, very beautiful feeling. It's like the first time you run someone through with your blade.
I can think of something else I would like to do for the first time, but at that age, I don't know.
The first time you run someone,
Blade.
first time you stab a guy to death.
Is it Shmi? What is that?
Who is that?
It's who's that man that looks awfully familiar to my father?
I am home.
I am home. I don't want to be with you, Dad. You missed a baseball game or two.
Loves me dearly, and I'm prepared to fight dearly for him. I've waited long.
Get out of my way, kid.
This dark and sinister man. Have at thee.
I don't actually fight. Everybody else fight him.
So, the sword fighting choreography in this is not.
It's a little weak. It's a little weak.
Now I will say, if you know the Peter Pan story, the whole thing is a game, right? Like,
right,
you go to
right.
Neverland and you play games. No one really dies. You know, like it's
right.
They're playing a game with the pirates, so maybe that is why the choreography is not.
Right. Maybe
it's a game. It's a game. If there's anybody not fighting, this would be
Right.
this would be Joe. This would be Joe and I.
Let's just get to drinking. Let's get back to drinking. You know, that's great. That's a great offense. The best offense you can think of. Okay. Shooting eggs, yep. That will definitely irritate somebody a little bit.
This is the funny thing about this war is that there's probably a couple hundred pirates fighting a couple hundred Lost Boys. No one has died yet.
Yeah.
No one's actually killed.
And they're using eggs and marbles.
Marbles and mirrors.
And Shmi's like, I'm out of here.
Shmi's like,
what about Shmi? This is too much for Shmi. Oh man, tomatoes too? First it was eggs and then marbles and reflective glass. And now we're talking about tomatoes?
What was that guy doing? That guy was just standing there.
He's like,
randomly.
He's like, I don't want to fight, guys. I'm good. And he gets hit right in the balls.
Randomly standing there.
Yeah. Oh man, now you're shooting colored water at me. That a boy, Smee. That a boy.
Taking the jewelry and you know what it is? Smee finally had enough of Captain Hook's shit in this movie.
He's like, you know what? I've been no man.
I want out of this relationship.
Exactly.
Now I don't know if you remember, but I'll spoil it here. Rufio dies.
What? Don't ruin the movie. We're not even to that point.
Hook kills Rufio.
Oh, that's terrible. Are you sure he dies?
Well, I don't know. But you know what I was just saying, how like I think in Peter Pan, the whole thing's supposed to be a game, and maybe the fact that Hook actually kills Rufio is like, oh, you're taking it too far. It's supposed to be a game.
True.
Looky, I got Hooky.
You're not supposed to kill him, Hook. It's a game.
Dad?
I want to go home.
He turned his back on Captain Hook. Captain Hook stabbed him.
Done.
I mean, you know, the theory of it's all a game could be true, but he just killed the guy, so he could just
right.
just kill him right there.
Ah, Shmi.
Follow me. Just moving your purse to somewhere else.
I was just making sure your stuff was good, Shmi.
Shmi's literally in the middle of robbing him right now.
Sorry, honey, I have to kill this man now. He threatened my children's children. I gotta go.
What do you want, old man?
Old man.
Yeah. What do you want, same-aged man as me?
Right?
You know, you're not really Peter Pan, don't you? This is only a dream. When you wake up, you'll just be Peter Panning, a cold, selfish man who drinks too much, is obsessed with success, and runs and hides from his wife and children.
Sounds like life to me. Thanks, buddy. Remind me of what I had. Cheers to that. I'm just gonna be a fucking loser. Thanks.
Isn't that what people say to you on a daily basis?
Pretty much. You know this is just a dream, right? Actually, I wish it was just a dream. I wish I could wake up. Sometimes I'm like, wake up! Wake up!
Although, let's be honest. Is Captain Hook in this movie really the one to be criticizing him? I mean, this guy...
Right?
Hook's got a lot of problems.
Just a few minutes ago, he was going to shoot himself, so...
I mean, you're suicidal. You have a phobia of clocks.
right.
You're not no saint yourself, dude.
Pretty certain that wasn't Robin Williams doing that, like, oh, here come the clocks.
Well,
Clocks save Peter Pan here. Yeah, the clock's simile is really supposed to be about the clocking of time, right? Like, I mean, look at him.
Yeah.
Good form.
You poor old man.
I am fallen. You deserve to die. Strike, Japan. Strike true.
Daddy, let's go home. Please.
Just leave the old man to
He's
be.
just a mean old man without a mommy.
Jeez, kick a man while he's down. Jesus.
Right, just a mean old dad who's never had a mom. He's like, I didn't realize that. I just hate clocks.
Captain Hook.
Fool James Hook is Neverland.
Thus perished Peter Pan.
Yeah, Tink with the save. I mean, really, Peter Pan is saved multiple times by a lot of other things. It's not just, you know, himself. Jax already knows what's going to happen. He's like, I like this. Get the camera out. Let's watch. Hey, you timed that just right. You're probably going to be just fine.
Here's a question. Where did all the other pirates go? There was
they all ran away.
They surrendered, but then they vanished.
Just ran away. Went home to their moms.
Well, I guess it could be that the other Lost Boys are imprisoning the pirates.
There you go. That's exactly what's happening.
You fly like me.
So only Peter Pan can fly,
Mommy.
but also these guys can fly too.
Oh, because they got the pixie dust.
But what, the pixie never once accidentally flew over one of the Lost Boys or Rufio or any of the others?
Oh yeah, so now he's got to pick. Who's going to be in charge because Rufio's dead?
It's got to be the little man that first believed in him. Yeah, because now Rufio's dead. Guys, by the way, we're going to mourn him in a little bit, but first I got to pick a new guy. Like, someone who's going to step up and really be the new guy.
The new guy. Rufio's dead body is still on the pirate ship.
Exactly. I mean, it's still warm. It hasn't even gotten cold yet.
I'm gonna take off, guy. If you could take care of the body situation.
Right. Take care of the pirates, the dead people, Hook. I'm out, man. It's too much logistics for me.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You gotta pick the guy that first believed in you.
See, no,
in him first.
Great game.
That was a great game.
Yep.
So I mean, that's like part of the whole Peter Pan thing.
Yeah. Except for the part where that Rufio actually dies, but otherwise, yeah, it's a good game.
Yeah.
Not weaker yet. Okay.
Good idea. Keep her asleep. Let her believe you guys are missing for a few more hours, so it can haunt her dreams just a little bit longer.
Exactly.
Let's not let her know I'm safe. Let her just have those terrible nightmares that she's been having for the last month or days. Or
I see them in their bed so often in my dreams.
Does she not see them?
When I wake up, they're still there.
I mean, we think like Have you been up all night? Yeah, well, yeah, our kids are missing.
Right, exactly. Somebody had a good time that night. Shmee?
Having trouble with the missus?
Having trouble with the missus. His wife threw him out in the snow.
Right.
Having trouble with...
That's right. That's what happens. My wife just throws me outside. Sleep under the statue, darn you.
Usually if you fight with your wife, you sleep on the couch. Not
exactly. No, not in this world.
I'm
You
so
sleep
mad
on
at you.
statue.
You
You go
sleep
outside. You
outside.
sleep in the frozen cold.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, the phone that got thrown out at the beginning of the film.
It's like he doesn't even remember his old self. That guy, okay. 1990s cell phone service, that would not work at all.
Well, the phone would be broken.
Yeah. The water would have ruined it alone.
Excuse me, do you have an appointment?
What did I tell you about this window? Always keep it open!
Oh, it's a big change. He's all happy now. Oh, he remembers Moira. Ayo. By the way, I may or may not have made out with 3 or 4 other women recently.
Three mermaids.
3 mermaids.
A pixie.
Tinkerbell. Yeah.
Your grandmother.
Your grandmother. I may or may not have done that for the last, I don't know, few days.
And
I think these belong to you.
You found his marbles.
Wendy, look, see? I didn't lose my marbles after all.
No, you did lose them.
Hello, boy.
You actually lost them. Peter Pan found them and brought them back. You still lost it. It's like my kid. I can't find my thing. Where was it? It's over here. Oh, here it is. Oh, I didn't lose it. It was, you didn't know where it was until I found it for you. It's still lost. Oh, man. The old man's flying. Poor Moira's like, what in the world is happening? What did I do? I'm still sleeping, right?
there goes that lady screaming again.
To live will be an awfully big adventure.
And Moira's just okay with this old man floating away, having not seen any of that?
Nope.
Cool. Well, there you guys have it. Hook from 1991. Starring a lot of people. Ryan, take it away. You know the movie better than I do. You tell me who was in this thing.
So that would be with Robin Williams and Dustin Hoffman, Bob Hoskins, and Julia Roberts, and Maggie Smith, who played Granny Wendy.
Well, let's just start with, does this stand the test of time? So, and I'll go first. I like the movie. I think Hook is a great movie. It is clearly aged from what I remember as a young boy to where I am today. The movie now being 22, 23 years old, it is definitely aged. But I think it's still very entertaining.
Yeah. That would be actually 33 years old.
Oh, yeah. 33, yes. 33 years old. It is definitely aged. The graphics aren't amazing. But the story at all, I mean, it still holds up, I think, to some extent.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that the first act of the movie is really good. Because it is a good idea, right? Like the idea of doing a sequel to the Peter Pan story. Because there's been, a lot of different versions. Most people would probably be familiar with the Disney version. But there's been a lot of different versions of Peter Pan. But to do just a straight up sequel to that story about Peter has grown up and does he remember, it's a good idea.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, the premise is really done, very well done.
The premise is done very well. And I think that the opening scenes with Robin Williams and Maggie Smith when she's showing him the book, and the fact that they mention James Matthew Barrie, who is the author of Peter Pan, they wrote these stories about you, and so that's really good stuff, I think. And then the special effects come in with Tinkerbell and going to Neverland, and it's not great.
So the special effects, obviously in 1991, the CGI is a lot different than it is today. It's not good. And you know, we say that, but like I've seen movies. I'll reference like Back to the Future.
Right. Yeah.
They do even like the train scene when they're being pushed along in the I want to call it the Mandalorian, but it's not the Mandalorian. It's
the DeLorean.
The DeLorean. Thank you. When they're being pushed in the DeLorean, they did that in a miniature. It was shot way better. This was clearly like somebody cutting film, putting it in, and it's okay for 1991 though.
But I think you just said it. It's okay. Because you go back and you watch the original Star Wars, which were done before this, it looks better.
Yeah, and I guess that was going to be my point, right? Is if you look at 1991, does the graphics really stand out? Really,
I don't think it does. And the fact that this is a Steven Spielberg movie, I mean, he's still one of the biggest directors in the world at the time. He's in his prime. It does no.
So for me, story. Still kind of and I know we kind of joked about it and we tore it apart a little bit throughout, but I mean, honestly, story is probably B+.
Well, but here's a question. Let me ask you this. So the whole premise of this is that Peter Pan has been away from Neverland so long that he's forgotten about it, right?
Right.
Granny Wendy, has been away from Neverland longer than him. How come she still remembers?
Right.
It's never explained.
Yeah.
It's never explained why she knows and why she remembers and he doesn't, you know.
That's for me has always been like when I watch this, that's a big issue I have is how Wendy lets him forget, but yet she remembers.
And
maybe that's just the idea of corporate America taking over somebody and getting them to a point where they can't remember or you know, he's just doesn't because remember, Wendy said, I want you to come here every year. And it had been 10 years since she came. So maybe that every year was supposed to be like hey, you're Peter Pan and kind of give you a little sense. But it feels like it wasn't there. And I relate to Robin Williams' character when he's a dad and struggling and things are tough. And you know, that's life.
Well, let's talk about why this movie was so popular. Because it was popular.
It's a good movie.
When it came out.
So I will still say it's a good movie today.
Popular.
It's just not a great movie.
I mean, it's good for nostalgia purposes. I think it's an entertaining movie. But you look at the time period that it came out, in 1991. So first of all, it's a Steven Spielberg film, and he's still popular today as a director and getting Oscar nominations and everything. But 1991, he's in the middle of his prime, right? I mean, a Steven Spielberg movie is an event. So that's thing one. Thing two is the cast. So Robin Williams, I think, was one of the very few actors who seemed to be in his prime up until the day he died. Like, he was just always relevant. But
Robin Williams will never not be relevant. And even today, he's great in everything he's touched, really.
Exactly. So I think he died about 10 years ago. He was still very popular. But early to mid 90s Robin Williams, he's in his prime. I mean, that's like you know, so he's a big name. Julia Roberts had just done Pretty Woman, which was her big breakout role. She was a star on the rise, which you were thinking so long ago that, you know, she's in her early 20s. And so she's got a supporting role in this. So that's a big, you know, name. And then you've got established actors like, I shouldn't say established, but veteran at the time actors, Dustin Hoffman and Bob Hoskins, who, when you think about the time period, Dustin Hoffman had just won an Oscar for Rain Man, which is a hugely popular movie.
Yeah, super.
And Bob Hoskins, who was really more of a supporting character actor through his career, had just done Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which was a big hit, and he had the lead role in.
So I didn't actually know that, so I'm not as familiar with Bob Hoskins. So for me, like, I just see Smee. I don't see Bob Hoskins.
He was Eddie in Roger Rabbit, the main detective. That's Bob Hoskins, and that came out a few. That came out a few years before Hook. So you've got a stacked cast in this.
Yeah,
for the time 91, you've got an A-list, so that equals blockbuster. And I just think that combined with Steven Spielberg and the fact that it's Peter Pan and everybody kind of knows the story, I was going to make money either way. You know.
So you sit down, you watch this in the 90s. I'm sure it was a great movie. And I know it was for me when I watched it.
It was,
yeah, you watch it in 2024. It has aged roughly in some areas. I still think, for me, the movie's still probably a B+. It's a 7 of 10 for me. Like, it's a decent movie. The effects are pretty terrible in most cases. Honestly, the effects are bad. The acting, I actually think, is really good. I think Robin Williams is great. I think Julia Roberts is pretty decent. I actually really like Dustin Hoffman as Hook.
Yeah, so I was joking about Dustin Hoffman.
I really liked him as Hook. He's good.
He's funny. It's just
Hook is so amazing in this.
he is funny. I don't know. Is it that you're laughing with him or kind of laughing at him? Like, I don't know. Because you know what I'm talking about with that, right? Like,
yeah.
It's a bizarre take on Captain Hook.
So he's definitely better than the last Hook that I saw, which was the live adaptation of Hook, which had you're doing it all wrong. Doing it all wrong. Right.
Christopher Walken.
Yeah,
Christopher
way
Walken.
better than Christopher Walken was in the live adaptation. That was terrible. That was like one of the worst adaptations of Hook ever. But
I didn't see that actually.
I thought Dustin Hoffman did a really good job as Hook. In fact, going into this, I actually didn't realize Dustin Hoffman was Hook. I love Dustin Hoffman as an actor. I think he's great. I didn't know he was Hook when we started, and then you brought it up, and I was like, oh my God, totally see it. And then it was clear the whole time.
It's a little weird that to see him in this makeup, because he doesn't, Dustin Hoffman, he's not like Robin Williams. They're two very different actors.
Which I think is the point, right? To the point of the movie.
Robin Williams obviously was known for doing comedies. He could do drama. Robin Williams did great drama. But Dustin Hoffman was rarely in comedies, and not that Hook is a comedy; it's more of a fantasy adventure. But it's very odd casting. But I'm saying he's bad. I'm just it's interesting.
It's different, right? So let me ask you. So you've seen this with your kids, right? Who are old, who are a little bit. They're what? 12 and 10.
Well, they
11,
haven't. They
9.
We watched it years ago when they were younger.
Yeah. What was their take on it? Did they enjoy it?
Well,
younger in an older younger in an older generation.
I think that's the thing. We talk about movies like Back to the Future. My kids have watched that, and maybe we'll talk about that on a different show. They love that movie. I mean, they will every now and then. Let's bust it out and watch the trilogy. Hook. They watched it. They've never asked to watch it again.
Yeah. So I think that's to the point. The movie, it doesn't necessarily stand the test of time in the sense of graphics, but I think for me it's a good movie that has earned its stripes. It's definitely not a terrible movie. It's just not the movie that it was when we watched it when we were 10 years old.
It's got its little corner of history, I think, that it can have. Yeah.
So let me ask you the question. Could this movie be made today?
I think it could actually be made
in today's genre.
I think it could be made better. Actually, I mean, it's funny how everybody complains about these remakes, and it is getting kind of ridiculous. But there's movies out there that could benefit from a remake. Maybe Hook is one of them because it's, there's a great idea there. We talked about that. Just. I love the opening scenes, and not necessarily the stuff with Robin Williams and at his office. That's pretty cliche. That's a '90s thing that overworked Dad. But it works. But once they get to Granny Wendy's house, and that is the best part of the movie, I think.
Yeah. So I kind of agree. I definitely think if you remade it today, it would be a better movie. As long as Disney didn't get a hold of it, and I'm not going to get into why I say that.
The PC stay.
Yeah. If you avoid some of if you just make it as it was, and you get a really strong actor, you get a really strong Hook, and you get a really strong Peter Pan, and you get a really strong team. But of course, this movie could be remade. And be done.
I think so. I don't think there's really anything like. I mean, we'll just say with today's kind of PC culture, but they don't like. I mean, really, the only major female character in it is Julia Roberts. I don't think they overly sexualized her. I mean, there's really nothing like that I saw in the.
What impact? And you would probably know this more than I do because you're more of a film anato than me. I'm a pie in the face kind of guy. what impact did this movie have on the careers of Steven Spielberg, Robin Williams, Dustin Hoffman, of any of those guys? What if any did it what was the impact on there? Was there any on the film?
Yeah, I don't think there's much to touch on with that. I don't think any. I mean, this was 91.
They were all pretty established.
Yeah, they were established. I don't think any of their careers slowed down. From
any of the kids from the Lost Boys turn into anything? Do you know? Like, I mean, I don't know. So I mean, this is my terrible part.
I don't think so. I just know that Charlie Korsmo, I think is how you say his name, was not like on the level of Macaulay Culkin child star, but
right.
I mean he was in a lot of movies in the early 90s, and I was Googling it as we were watching. I know he went into some kind of politician law, and I guess he's a Republican lawyer for the Republican Party.
It's bizarre to think that both the kids, neither one of them have really turned into acting over time.
No, well, I think I purposely think that kid stepped away from it. Is what it sounds like, to pursue this law career.
So with that, why don't you give me your final thoughts on the movie? Just in general, I'll give you mine, and then we'll wrap this thing up.
Yeah, the final thought, I think that the movie, I mean, it's got its moments. I mean, it's a big blockbuster movie, but I think coming from Steven Spielberg, it's like people expected more. And, if you go back and read the reviews, the internet in 91 was not what it is now. But it did exist, and there were.
Did it exist in 91? I don't even remember.
What I'm saying is that there were reviews for the movie in 91, and they're not that great if you go back and read them.
What did Siskel and Ebert say in 1991 about this movie?
I don't think they liked it.
I wouldn't be surprised. They didn't seem to like a lot of. Well, they don't like the movies I like. I'm going to go the opposite. I actually liked this movie. I don't know. Maybe there's a nostalgia for me. Yeah. It's more of a kid's movie. It's fun. Would my 6-year-old today watch it and love it? Probably not. Like, she's probably going to watch it and be like, okay, Dad, thanks for making me watch that. That's great. And that's, I think, a sign of it holding up to the times. It was a good movie. It still holds a place in my heart. I love Robin Williams. Dustin Hoffman was good as Hook. I don't know who Smee was. And at the end of the day, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a good movie. It's not... Yeah. It's probably for me a 7 out of 10. Today it's a 7 out of 10.
I'd probably go like
max.
I'd go like 5. And again, you talk about it being a kids movie, and I think your daughter's younger than my kids, but we'll still bust out Back to the Future every now and then.
Right.
My kids will watch Terminator 2 from time to time, and I just think movies like that are better. But I guess that's for a different episode.
That will be. And guys, thank you so much for coming along on this episode. I really do appreciate it. Welcome to Vintage Movie Nights. This was episode 1. We've got more to come, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're going to be doing more videos, more reactions. Who knows what the future's going to hold, but we got lots to come. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, make sure you hit those thumbs up. And of course, I don't know, follow us. I don't know. What else is there to say? Of course, make sure you hit the subscribe button.
Cheers!
Yeah. But cheers, guys. Yeah, thank you so much. And until next time, have a great day.